Movies in minutes.
Welcome to this week's episode of Movies in Minutes. Very happy that I will be sharing another 2026 release with the audience here today. For this week's episode, we will be reviewing the film Toy Story 5. Very excited to bring that to you. It is actually still available in theaters, so if you're looking to get yourself some popcorn and a ticket, what a great family movie to attend. It has been a massive box office success. It did come out June 19th of this year and has already accumulated $311 million worldwide. Let's first address some of the fans here. Again, I always appreciate everyone liking, commenting, and subscribing. Yes, I may look like a bit of a cholo, but I assure you I am not. Blue is seen more like the theme for this type of movie. And again, once you go blue, you never go back. So here we go. This week, Toy Story 5. It was directed by Mckenna Harris. She actually worked at Pixar, so then Disney Pixar did kind of make this film. She is an American filmmaker based in California, and she is known for other films such as Elemental and, of course, Hoppers, which is another newer theoretical release. We will get to the book of Matthew here today with the scripture, kind of light material, but really happy to bring it to you. The runtime of this film is 1 hour and 42 minutes. I will have to be honest, a little bit of a relief. This year I found 2 hours and more is quite on par for the course here for films. So a nice little short and sweet kind of film here, hour and 42. The genre is family, and the movie is rated in theaters as PG. The cast of this film, the return of Tom Hanks as Woody, Tim Allen as Buzz. Fun fact, Tim Allen was actually born in 1953 and is also known for his famous role on Home Improvement. And John Cusack as Jessie the Cowgirl. Her career actually spans back to 1980, where she was actually also a member of SNL at the infancy of that organization. And Tom Hanks, we don't need to get into Tom Hanks. You can Cast Away, you can Run Forrest Run. His discography or bibliography is quite vast and deep. Okay, to set the scene, there's essentially two places that this movie takes place in Toy Story 5. One of them is with a girl named Bonnie, and the other one is with a girl named Blaze. Bonnie lives in a yellow-sided residential home, kind of almost in like a cul-de-sac, while Blaze, on the other hand, she more lives in a rural area on a horse ranch. So, very fun there. Kind of two main characters, both girls there, Bonnie and Blaze. BB, let's go. Movie summary, if you had to sum it up in one quick sentence, this is essentially a movie about making friends using digital devices and physical toys. So let's first get into it. Again, the movie starts, let's answer some rapid fire questions. Is Andy in the film? No. Is there any explicit language in this film? No. Is there any really action scenes, maybe second guess things? No. Is there very unrealistic things? Well, it's animation. Maybe. But overall, rapid fire, get into it. Bonnie, who is a housemate, trying to make friends there in the neighborhood, she realizes, or once she's the only one playing with all her toys, the cowgirl, the reoccurring actors in the Toy Story franchise. However, they kind of notice, she's not making friends outside of her home, more making friends with the toys themselves. Then they do some exploring and they realize all the kids are glued to the screen. Who would have guessed it? iPads, laptops, mini phones, or whatever you call them, mini computers now. Everybody's basically staring at a screen when they look at the neighborhood. Nobody's outside making friends or inside making friends because they're all glued to this screen. So, for Bonnie's parents, they obviously want her to succeed. They don't want her to be that weird creative character. Who knows? She could have been a millionaire, but why not? We'll get her a digital device. So they give her this lily pad, and this lily pad obviously allows her to connect to her neighborhood and communicate, have a group chat with all her girlfriends. Not quite sure the age of this girl, but she's quite young. Either or, the toys notice this once this lily pad comes in. They're like, no technology. Really a lot of funny family jokes. Like, for example, how can we get the lily pad? We'll unplug the charging cord. It can't charge up. It'll wake up all sleepy. They'll interrogate it. Or they push all the buttons on it to try to confuse it. But then vice versa, they do like a little technology jokes or disruptions where then she can send automatic messages to her parents like, hey, put all the toys in the garage, things like that. So it's just interesting kind of 1v1 physical toys versus digital toys. And kind of, you do learn, obviously, they both do communicate it is a family film, but it is kind of funny how they basically butt heads against each other. I want to be the friend, I want to be the friend. And then they learn in this film that they actually have to work together in order to make that film. As a result, Bonnie does go to an overnight sleepover party, and she's like, what should I bring, my physical toys or my digital toys? She selects the digital toy, and the toys are like, no, no, no. So Jesse, Joan Cusack, apologize if I mispronounced her name, welcome to my series. She essentially sneaks into the sleepover bag and gets her toys there. Once actually Bonnie, the little girl, gets to the sleepover, her friends say, oh my gosh, you still playing with toys? Oh my gosh, I feel like I've actually went through this. It's almost PTSD here. You still play with toys? Who didn't play with action figures in the sink? Come on now, don't be picking on me now. Anyway, or Arthur toys. Who didn't know Arthur? Come on now. Anyways, the kids are like, everybody does a digital world. We're all staring at our screens for 15 hours a day. This is the thing. So again, it really just shows kind of how they make friends through the digital means versus the physical means. Overall, the theme of this movie essentially is how do you have that balance, that perfect balance between digital and, of course, physical. You need to breathe some air, and, of course, you need to touch some tech. That is what this movie is about. How can you make friends? Are you opposing each other? Are you working together? End of the story is all about her making friends using digital and physical toys. Some additional notes on this. I do want to note a nice surprise cameo, an audio cameo, because it's an animation. Conan O'Brien actually voices one of the digital devices called Smarty Pants, and he really has a lot of great jokes. Again, obviously family-oriented, but a lot of kind of poop jokes and butt jokes and things like that. Again, the movie theater, I must be honest, must have been 60% empty, of course. This movie's been out for a long term, but it was out of the 40% there, 30% of them had to be kids. So, I was only a couple sneezes away from getting in trouble. But either or, that is the film of this week, episode 19 of Movies in Minutes. Really happy to bring it to you. Unfortunately, it isn't going to get the highest rating in the series. It was close to getting that 5, but I did land on 4.9 for Toy Story 5. It is not my favorite in the series. I think when I was watching this, the best comparative was literally Spider-Man, like about a month ago when I went to opening weekend. You can tell they're movies made for kids. Nothing wrong with that by any means, but it is a movie made for kids. So if I had to lean between those two, Spider-Man would still be my go-to, but well done, Mrs. Mckenna Harris with Toy Story 5. Who knows, they might make a Toy Story 6. I heard they're making a Fast and Furious 11. You never know. Thank you again for attending. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you did come through an ad break or a disruption all in this film, I do appreciate you watching the whole thing as I continue to grow this platform. Stay blessed. Have a great week, everybody. Toy Story 5. Look forward to bringing you episode 20.